Look at my sweaty abs. Can you see the sweat? Oh, there's them unders. I'm so sweaty from the workout that I just filmed, and hopefully you will be too. And it was just an ab workout. This is the perfect workout to kind of tag on to the end of one of your own workouts, whether that be at home, whether that be a yoga workout or a yoga flow, or whether that be in the gym, rather than just kind of wasting time with like 3 sets of 20 bicycle crunches. Do something more effective like what we're about to do, you and me, right now. Welcome to the practice. So first thing we want to do is actually warm up our awareness of our core first. Okay, so we're going to come into a super simple exercise, well, seemingly simple. So you're going to come into an all fours position, pull out your wedgie if you're wearing shorts. You're going to come into an all fours position with your fingers nice and spread wide so that we protect the wrists, knees, hip distance apart. Hands are shoulder distance. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to extend the right leg back behind us, and we're going to extend the left arm forward. Okay, now this seems like a very simple exercise to do, but what I commonly see is this. So people doing this exercise like this. Now, it's not bad, but it kind of defeats the purpose of this exercise really, okay? Which is to bring about some stabilization to your spine, activating your core. As well as your shoulders and your glutes as well. But what I want you to do is, instead of letting your stomach sag like this, in fact, let it sag for a moment, feel that, and then I want you to draw the belly in, push the floor away, push the ribs in. Even if you've done this video like 50 times, don't skip over this bit, okay? So I want you to really pay attention each time. So we're here, belly's drawn in, we got this sort of nice neutral spine. I would rather you be in this position than this position. So we're here. Tuck the chin in as well. Okay, from there what we're gonna do is extend the right leg. Now, watch out, because as soon as you extend that leg, your body wants to do this. Your back wants to take over. So I need you to keep your core active, belly in. You'll feel the glute has to work harder. Left arm extends, reach. We're gonna bring that leg back down without losing that stability through the spine and change sides. Good, bring it back down. We got another 10. Sorry, plant. 9, belly draws in. 8, you should be able to rest your water bottle on your back. 7, 6, push the floor away. Also, don't let your shoulders sag, so none of this. 5, 4, belly button draws in. 3, ribs in. Glute squeezes, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now you're going to come down to the floor. You're going to place your forearms down so that, again, they're shoulder distance apart. I'm going to come forward a little bit here. Now from here, I'm going to lift my knees off the floor, press into the floor, send the shoulders forward, squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone, and hold. We're going to really push the floor away here. Again, just waking up our awareness of our core. If you're in this sort of position, and I see this in Instagram all the time, again, it defeats the purpose of this exercise. You're working your lower back and maybe your shoulders. We want to be here, feeling our core work. What I'd like you to do to make it a little bit extra hardcore is push down and try and bring your elbows to your feet and your feet to your elbows. Belly in, belly in, belly in for another 5, 4, 3, keep squeezing, 2, 1. Knees down, press back into child's pose just for a second. Allow your knees to be wide so that you can rest your forehead down. Back of the neck releases. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Let's do that again. All fours position, spread the fingers nice and wide. We're gonna extend. Right leg back, left arm forward. Watch the ribs. None of this. Bring it down, change sides. 9, squeeze the glute as you lift. 8, 7, go wider of the shoulders if you feel like your traps are taking this. So you can go out to the side slightly. What are we up to? 6, belly draws in. 5, whoops, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come down, forearm plank again. So spread the fingers nice and wide. Feet go back, okay? And tuck that tailbone, shoulders come forward, squeeze the glutes. Push the floor, push your toes into the floor and push your forearms into the floor, push your hands into the floor, belly in, and then almost feeling like we're trying to bring the feet up to the elbows, elbows up to the feet. Okay, so it's like you're almost trying to pike, but your hips don't move. Hold, breathe, tuck the chin in. Stay with me. If you go into this position, you may as well drop your knees and stop there and just wait for your body to improve, yeah? Take a little rest, join us back when you can. There's no point training shit form. Honestly, it's my pet hate when I see trainers encouraging their clients to push through poor movement patterns. What's the point? Keep going. Unless, of course, it is the point and you're trying to injury prevent. That's a whole other story, and I'll tell you later about that one, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, child's pose. Let your head rest. Relax the back of the neck. Deep inhale in, full exhale out. Okay, coming up. So what you're gonna need, I'm using a kettlebell for this, but for our first exercise, you need to be able to grab onto something stable. So you could grab the base of a couch, you could grab a table if it's really heavy. Weights are a good option. So this is a 20 kilo kettlebell. So what you're gonna do, there's 2 exercises. Exercise 1, in fact, I'm just gonna start demonstrating it and then we can just go straight into it, okay? And I'll tell you exercise 2 in a second. So, here we go. I'm gonna hold on to the kettlebell, okay? And that's a little bit of a base, but I'm not using my arms for the exercise. Now, what we're gonna do is remember that positioning. So, ribs in, belly in. You're gonna lift your legs off and bring the feet together with the knees out wide. We're doing what's called a reverse crunch, but I like the knees wide so it shuts down your hip flexors a little bit and instead works the adductors, so your inner thighs. Now, as soon as you squeeze your feet together, you'll probably feel your belly activate a little bit. And if you don't, draw the stomach in. Okay, from here, ribs down, we're grabbing hold and we're gonna come up, bringing your knees towards your armpits, slowly lowering down. Now, what I'd like you to do is watch what I do with my spine as I roll down. So ribs in. As I lower down, I'm lowering down 1 vertebra at a time. My belly, I'm trying to keep it drawn in. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got 20, okay? So together, take a deep breath in, exhale. 1, lower down, and 2, 3. I don't mind if you do a little arch at the top, but before you move, pull the ribs in. 4. And I would only recommend that to people who really struggle to feel their abs or really struggle with they're super flexible. So if you did a lot of back bends, what are we up to? 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm actually using the kettlebell a little bit too much. Can you see it moving? So I'm gonna change my grip. 10, 11. It's hard to talk during these. 12. Keep your head straight, actually, don't turn it if you can avoid it. 14, 15, 16. Keep those feet together. 17, you might feel your adductor start to bend. That's nothing wrong with that. Inner thighs working. What are we up to? 18, 19, core tight, 20. Okay, place your feet down to the floor. Move away from the couch slightly, okay? I'm gonna take my arms up above my head. I'm gonna place my left palm on top of my right palm and take the arms up straight behind my back. Behind my head, sorry. And I'm gonna kind of squeeze my arms together so they form a little bit of a resting point for my head. Now, notice I'm gonna flare up my ribs. I'm gonna see my lower back come off the floor slightly. We're gonna take a deep breath in, so we're in a bit of a back bend here. And then I'm gonna exhale. Pull down and have a look at this exhale position. My belly is flat, it's drawn in. It's not blowing up to the ceiling, okay? So I'm keeping everything drawn in. I'm pressing or imprinting my spine on the floor. I'm not crunching it in, but there's a slight imprint here. And obviously my upper body is curved, okay? I'm gonna come back down, and as I do, I'm gonna let everything release and arch slightly, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, belly in, 8. Each time you go in through the rep, have a look at your belly. If you start to blow that belly up, you know that your core has switched off. Yes, we want to keep belly drawing in. 11, 12, try not to use your arms, think of the abs. 14, 15, little dig of the heels into the floor as you crunch will also help lower abs activate a bit more as you squeeze the glutes. What are you up to? 17, 18, 19. Hold, 20, look down, belly in, and release. Hug the knees into the chest. Beautiful. Rock from side to side. And then we're gonna make our way back into the first exercise, okay? But we've got about 30 seconds rest. So I'm gonna drag this back in. Okay. So the key thing, guys, is that we're keeping that belly as flat as possible. Now, one of the most common things that I get are people saying, I feel like my neck hurts when I do ab work. There's a couple of reasons behind that. One of them can be that if you're new to training your abs, yes, your neck has to activate. As soon as you flex your spine, particularly under load, obviously the neck's gonna switch on a little. If that's all you're feeling and you're really activating your neck, it could be that you're just really unaware of any of this area. So you might wanna regress the exercise slightly, make it a little bit easier, or support the neck so that it doesn't have to activate and you can really focus on using your abs. For the record, guys, when you're doing ab work, you don't have to recover as long as you would for other body parts. So we kind of move through ab workouts pretty quick. Okay, grab hold, belly in, feet together, knees out wide. Okay, from here, core tight. I'm gonna make this a little bit harder this set. We're gonna curl in and then lift up. 2. You pick the variation that works for you. 3, 4, trying not to grip too hard with the arms. 5, belly in. 6, 7, lowering down slowly, no flopping. 8, don't overswing either, none of this. 9, this is just time wasting. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, how's that breathing? 17, how's that flat belly? 18, how are those legs squeezing together? 19, last one, 20, beautiful, feet flat. Move your kettlebell or your body away from the couch. Okay, so straight down. Arms up above your head. This time we'll cross the right over the left. Arms come behind, stretching. Let's go, 20 crunches. And 1, 2, 3. Belly flat, guys. 4, if it's blowing up. 5, you need to reset. 6, look at your belly each time. 7, 8, 9, think about the abs. 10, relax your jaw. 11, 12, a little bit of a glute squeeze at the top, hamstring squeeze by digging your feet in. 14, 15, 16, 17, push through that burn. 18, 19, hold. 20, and release. Perfect. Okay, so it really is a question of, when it comes to this sort of like overactivity through here, concentrating and refocusing. And the reason that I get questions about this all the time is that I know that if you go to a class or if you follow a video, for example, a lot of the time you think, oh shit, I've got to keep up with the instructor. But the truth is that if you're not feeling it in your abs, A, give it time. First thing, by the way, get ready, because we're going to go straight into our third and final set. But B, stop for a sec, regather your thoughts and think, okay, how can I regress this so that I can actually feel what needs to be going on here, rather than just kind of like giving up altogether or saying I only feel it in my neck, or on the other flip side, overtraining it so that you actually are just doing more damage. Pause and increase that self-awareness. Okay, last set. We ready? On your back. grab hold, feet together, belly in. Here we go, lift. 2, 3, 4. I'm taking the harder variation by lifting up and trying not to swing too much. But again, this variation also is great. Curling and releasing. Curling and releasing, okay? But if you do this variation, you have to really make sure that you're using your abs and you're not just swinging your legs back and forth. 10, halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, perfect. Move that kettlebell. It's really hard to push it. I'm just gonna go like this because it was the last set and I don't care. Oh, my bad. Great. Okay, so last one, our crunches, okay? So arms behind your head. This time, swap the hands. Come into that extended position. Let's go. 20, 19, remember, you're gonna be fatigued. So have a look at the abs and just make sure every rep we're pulling in. Think about getting that lumbar spine to the floor. I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten how many we're up to. So I hope you've been counting. I'm gonna say we have 7 left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Remember, go hold the last one. 2, 1. Hands to the head, elbows wide. Belly draws in. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. And release. Perfect. Come to interlace your fingers around your knees and just start to rock from side to side. Massage out your lower back. It shouldn't be hurting. We just want to also relax the abs a little bit here too. Okay, let's rock up and down the spine, all the way up. Okay, so moving on to a side plank to work your obliques. Notice that we didn't go ab, side plank, because the problem is that then when we go back to ab, one side of you will be really fatigued, whatever side you just finally did. So instead, I've separated. So we've done all the sort of like rectus and core stuff, upper and lower abs, and then now we're moving on to the side and side, and we can just stick to working either side. Okay, that's just something to think about if you're sort of programming for yourself. Okay, when people say to me like, I can't do side plank, as soon as I try and do it, it's just impossible. If I don't push through my shoulder and I try and lift my hips, I can feel it already. There's no chance I'm gonna get up, okay? So what happens is a lot of people go here and then they try and lift and they're like, ugh. It's impossible, okay? So you need to push down with the shoulder, lift up, and then ribs in, tailbone tucks. Let's go for it. We have 30 seconds. Let's go, okay? So pushing down, I'd rather you be slightly tipped this way than open up into this. You don't need to extend that arm up. I don't know what this is. I think this is more sort of aesthetically pleasing. You don't need to do that, okay? So ribs in, belly in, core tight. I'd almost rather you be thinking more in this rounded position, okay? Keep holding. We have 5 seconds. Belly draws in. Now don't drop after the 5 seconds, because guess what? 10 drops of the hip. Drop, lift. 10, 9, 8, keep that shoulder strong. 7, 6, don't arch your back. 5, 4, 3, belly in. 2, and 1. Okay, other side. Alrighty, well done. So, oh, my trusty Apple Watch is playing up on me. Okay, we're gonna come onto our side. So, shoulder, push it away. Legs stacked, core in. In 3, 2, let's lift. Okay, keeping the ribs in. Like I like to feel, yeah? I don't trust sort of what I think. This way I get tactile with it. Okay, I just go, okay, yeah, ribs are in, tailbone tucked, good, glutes on, shoulder pushing away. Okay, we have 10 seconds left. We're just over 10 seconds from now, okay? Keep pushing away, belly draws in. 5, 4, we're doing the drops. 3, 2, okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, don't arch, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Awesome. You know what has to happen? We have to do it on the other side. We can go straight in, we don't need to rest. Okay, because when one side's working, the other side's kind of resting. So, straight in. Okay, let's go. Get your positioning, 3, 2, 1. Another thing, if you're feeling super fatigued, use both hands, okay? So push down, and you can just support yourself a little bit more. The main thing is that we don't go into that arched position. I don't know if you can see me in this way, maybe this camera, but I want you to make sure that we're squeezing, belly draws in, okay? Push the floor away. Hold here, squeeze the legs. Don't know how long we've got. 3 seconds, that's good news. 2, 1, hip drop, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, that was a bit of a bounce, Shona, 5, sorry about that, 4, controlled, 3, 2, 1. Okay, beautiful work, guys. Other side. Okay, we're almost there, okay? This is a much more effective thing than just kind of lying on the gym floor and doing some bicycle crunches. Don't want to see those. Here we go, let's go. Okay, 30 seconds, we up, we ready. I've got a sweaty neck. It's making me itchy. How about that for some daily news, huh? 15, 14 seconds, squeeze the glutes, tailbone tucks, hold it here, push the floor away. Breathe, don't hold the breath. There's no need to, you should be able to activate your core and breathe slightly, maybe not as effectively. And 10, 9, no bouncing, 8, 7, if it's hurting your arm, it's working it. Well, if you feel like your arm's doing work, it should be. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, because that's another thing. I always get people saying, you know, I really feel my arm when I do this. Yeah, you will feel your arm when you do this because it is working. And if it's weaker than your abs, sometimes you'll feel it more. But hey, does it mean that you shouldn't train it? No, it doesn't. Okay. My shins are actually sweating. It is hot today in Sydney. Thank you so much for practicing today. I hope you enjoyed. Go hydrate, and that was a very quick ab workout. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's workout, you are gonna absolutely love my 12-week Virtue Method plan. Yeah, I'm selling it. Sue me. This is my video, and I'ma sell my plan because I know it's gonna change your life. It really will. You'll love it. Go check it out. Link is below.